Welcome to a TRE session here in the quadruped position again, hands and knees, and just releasing control into the body, having undulating movements to start, and then into some tremors here, and a yawn very quickly. I find that the more I do this work, the faster I'm yawning when I go into a session. And yawning is something that becomes quite a normal part of life for a lot of people when they start doing nervous system work. Yawning is a way to quickly release some tension that rises up. Some little tremors here, and you see my feet are staggered, my legs. That's just to offer a bit of a different position than usual, maybe getting tremors in a different spot. When we do different positions, oftentimes we're eliciting tremors in a slightly new way because we're hitting a different line of fascia or the same line of fascia from a different angle. And so oftentimes, if we're used to doing a certain position or set of positions and we try a new one, then we will find that there's some new tremors. It's usually very subtle difference, but we'll find new movements, new tremors, maybe a quick yawn, maybe vigorous tremors. And this is a sign, an indication that there's an area of our tissue and an area of our stored tension that we haven't touched upon very much, and it's ready to be released. Just like when you mine for minerals or drill for oil, there's often very easy supply at first, and then you have to go deeper later on. So that's the benefit of changing positions here and there, is that there's an easy supply of tension to release there. And here I'm doing the same thing I'm talking about. I'm just going into a slightly different position where I am going on my elbow on one side. And my legs are staggered too. And I will say, in the first couple months, this wouldn't have been a great position for me because I was still deepening into the body and still learning and gaining competence in being able to tremor involuntarily. And this would have been too dynamic, it would have been too complex in the first couple months for me of near daily tremoring to do, because I would have kind of started forcing it. So I did a lot of tremoring on my back, tremoring on my side, this sort of thing in the past. So it seems like the tremors I'm noticing have calmed down a bit, and that is reflective of a first initial wave of tremors, of tension release that often happens for me. And I think it's a common pattern for everyone that we blow through a surface layer that might have built on top of our nervous system since our last session. And then so now there's more subtle, maybe deeper tension being addressed. So these are subtle movements here. And some face grimaces, some funny faces. And that's an important point. Some rapid tremors here as I yawn. The face is a really important aspect of this because we have a lot of social conditioning to not make weird faces, right? It draws attention to us. And it's important to let the face move just like the body's moving. A lot of my body's moving here. It would be a bit unnatural if my face didn't move at all. It's just not reflective of how the body works, how the fascial system works. Things are connected. And so if you find that your face isn't doing many grimaces or tremoring, that it doesn't want to, just open up to the possibility that maybe there's an impulse in the neck, in the face, in the jaws, in the eyes, the jaw going side to side, the jaw opening up and down, the eyes closing, clenching maybe. Maybe there's a holding that wants to happen for a while, flexing, contracting, and then release. It's not about forcing movement, although I find in the face, sometimes my face was so stuck in the beginning that it did help to kind of move my face around a bit. It helped get things going. And then after a while, you can notice, oh, I actually would feel good if my face moves right now. My face wants to move, and then we can open to the impulses. I'll drive around, I'll walk around in public and do some facial movements sometimes, because we can get sensitive to the experience of suppressing our expression, and so it becomes a way of life where we can feel when there's something that wants to arise, and we can go into a private place and tremor or do face grimaces, or we can do a bit in public if we feel able to. And winding it down here. This is a nice resting position from the quadruped. Okay, that's it for today. Wishing you all really well in your practice. See you next time. Bye.